I'm gonna mute myself.
Hello, everybody. Look who's Moreno Sherwin is with us. And I'm so excited. Who else is on? Hey, Marianne is on. Awesome. And Liza. Yay! So excited. I told you they were excited, Marcy. And great. Keep letting us know who's on. And yes, I am. If you want to say hi, I've just been talking the whole time.
No, I mean I'll talk. I'll be talking later. Hi, ladies.
So I am going to then bring Marcy off, and I'm going to go quickly over some things that I want to make sure that everyone knows. So happy May. Hello, May. Happy. Who turned in their reco form by midnight? Again, it was only Susan. So y'all, go to the top of Monday Night Live, and yay, Susan is the queen. I'm so excited, but I want to celebrate all of you too. But since Susan is the one who completed it before midnight last night, yay! She had $331 in retail sales. She saw 4 faces. She wants to celebrate summer products and her Miss Go Give nomination. Y'all I appreciate you nominating me, but you don't have to. I really appreciate you doing that. But she's so sweet. She said that I am always on your aid, encouraging everyone and making sure we have so many tools to be successful. Well, indeed, Susan, I'm celebrating you today. Y'all don't forget to fill that out. Not that I don't enjoy celebrating Susan. I will celebrate Susan all day long. And today is full of tools for you. So I want to keep on going. Very quickly, the Micellar Water Challenge. So our tenacious troop, these numbers are for the troop. We have 90. I'm so excited. We have 90 ordered. We only have 60 more to go in order to be able to hit our goal of 100. But we're mighty. So I'm very, very excited about that goal for us. And then the other thing I wanted to make sure is for the Micellar Water, let me let you know, I did see on In Touch, the bundles are gone. They are sold out to the rounds, the reusable rounds. But good news is there's still micellar water. Good news is there's still eye makeup remover. So y'all, if you need to, go to Amazon and buy some if you really, really want to give them the rounds. But don't stop selling this micellar water because it's fantastic. And I actually bought some to give as Mother's Day gifts. And everyone I gave them to, they loved it because I was like, I know you don't wash your face. I know I've given you like 6 different cleansers and whatever. This is the one you want. This cleaning your face. And so that was for my cousin. I'm not going to call them out on public, but they know who they are and they're happy that they got their micellar water. So here we go. Only 60 more, tenacious troop, to hit our goal. So pumped. All right. I showed you this image before. This is from Sales Director Mallory, my friend Mallory. We talked a little bit about this last week about the beauty influencer. So I actually am excited because I got the scripts from her and how she's using it. So this is what she used to ask someone, hey, Taina, I thought of you today and wanted to reach out because I'm hoping you'll say yes to being one of my MK Beauty influencers this month. I've chosen to ask 5 of my customers who love our products to make a post on their social media about one of your favorite MK products in exchange for a $15 gift card towards your next purchase. Each person who comments will get a gift card in your honor. So what do you say? Will you be my MK beauty influencer? Super easy. You know, last week when Liza was talking, you take the script, you want to make sure that you make it sound like you, but do kind of follow the skeleton of it because it will help you. Mallory has had a ton of success with this, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. So that's how she asked people. This is the outline of a post. So this is something that she sent her customers that said yes. So this is like a little bit of an outline for them. They would write down, I just had to make a post about one of my favorite products that I'm obsessed with, whatever the product is, they write something about it. Then they go on, this was the best $17 ever I've spent on skincare. It could be the micellar water. So thank you. And then they tag you as their beauty consultant for introducing me and providing amazing customer service. I love my MK. So she made sure to highlight here, make sure that there's a picture of her using the product or wearing it, or actually one of the actual products, so people kind of have an idea. And then this is the script. So there are 3 different scripts to send the comment. So let's say Marcy is my customer. I sent this to her. I'm watching, and she tagged me in the script. This is what I send to anyone that makes a comment on Marcy's post. Hey, thanks so much for commenting on Marcy's post. I'm so touched that she shared about her love for the micellar water, whatever, with the world, that I wanted to give some love back by giving each person who commented a gift card. You can get $15 toward any product you'd like by doing a free skincare analysis and registering on my website. Do you want information on how to do that? Super easy. Don't make it hard. It's right there for you. Don't think forever about it. You have the image, you have the script. Run with it. I can't wait to hear how many of you will do, or not will. Don't tell me what you're going to do. Tell me when you've done it. Okay. And in the bottom of, in the comments of this Monday Night Live, I will post everything you need for this. All right. Okay. Let me see if there was any questions about that. You're so excited. I'm so excited. You're so excited, Lucy. Let's just all be excited. I'm excited too. We have Susan. Right, Susan? Yes. You loathe this? You loathe this, Marianne? I think you love this. Oh yeah, you corrected yourself. You love it. Okay, cool. I didn't see the next comment. Got it. Next up. So thank you to Mallory so much for sharing that. Let's talk about some events. We had the summer product lunch on Thursday night. Liza had 3 people. I had 1. Remember that these count as faces and as career chats because they fill out the survey. Liza, I will come back to you before I go to bed tonight. I will send you what they shared, and your guests nor mine were selected for the prize, but I'm going to do my own prize. So with our 4 guests, I'll do a wheel of names and I'll send you the video of that. Okay. Because I still want our guests to participate, even though that was the huge, I think they said they had 120 people that watched. And then I think the total number when I last checked was 78 completed surveys. So yay to Liza for having one of them. All right, here we go. Here are all of the May events. You know, I will post this in the group so you have them. The next one that is coming up is this Thursday, Shape Up Your Makeup. Sunday, Self-Care Sunday. And then what I really want to talk about is next week's 10-minute beauty break. I'm going to do another training just on the 10-minute beauty break. Live, it's going to be sweet and short so that we can get ready. Anybody who has guests will be able to hop on with me. I want your guests to see you and the 10-minute beauty break so you can watch it and do it on your own because we've got a 10-minute beauty break challenge for May. Okay? And here it is. Hold a minimum of 5 beauty breaks in May. All of the guests who complete a survey are entered into a drawing. Y'all, pink mini fridge. I think it's adorable. That's where you could store your hydrogel patches, where you could put your my my Indulge Soothing Eye Gel is in front of my Mountain Dew in my refrigerator, so I don't forget to put it over. I want a little pink mini fridge so that I can put it in there. Then it's not with, whatever. I just want a pink fridge, but I'll put it in there. And then, so there's going to be one customer in the month of May, one guest that will win a pink fridge, and one of you will win one too. For each guest that completes a survey, I will do a drawing June 1st. For every guest of yours that completes one, that's one entry. So I'm giving away 2 pink mini fridges just because it's May. Why not? Okay, good. Moving on. I will talk more about the 10-minute beauty break. This comes from National Sales Director Ari Hathaway's unit, and I fell in love with it. So that is what we're going to be doing. Shout out to those of you that are in the Power Booking Challenge. So I believe it's Karen and Susan, Lucy, Liza, and Marianne all responded from last week's Monday Night Live that they wanted to be a part of it. So they are part of a Voxer accountability group. And our winners for week 1 are Liza, Lucy, and Marianne. So what could be in this? Oh, of course. Highlighters are in this little, absolutely plain, you can bedazzle it later, highlighters are the week 1 prize for having completed week 1 challenge. Super excited to have all of you win it. I plan to do this through the end of August, so there will be more chances to win. But week 1, congratulations to Liza, Lucy, and Marianne. Y'all are going to get some super cute new highlighters to be able to continue. I have them here. They're ready for you. Highlighting and booking and doing everything we do with the booking challenge. One more thing. We have, in case y'all forgot, Mary Kay Ash, her birthday is May 12th. So, Ash, y'all, I made May opportunities for everyone to win, right? There's a little something for everyone. So, or if you want to win everything, we'll just go ahead and win everything. But I will post this in the comments as well. Track your way to success. If you want to latch on to May that you want to sell 103, go for it. Sell 103 items and keep track of it. And maybe you'll be our winner for the 103 product selling challenge. I don't know why that didn't flow as well as it should have, but we're going to keep it moving. Last reminder, a Little Pink Party is July 15th, 6 to 8 p.m. If you haven't emailed Amy for the if you haven't emailed Amy for the link, the Zoom link, there's her email, amylynkemp@gmail.com. Make sure that you email her so she can count you as being part of it. Alrighty, for our Little Pink Party. And with that, let me bring on my sister, Marcy Moreno Sherwin. She is going to introduce herself because there's so many things I could say about her. I could probably take the whole hour. But the reason that I wanted to say is how adorable is this picture, by the way? That's her Facebook profile. She's talking to us about parties. Why is she talking to us about parties? Because we went back and forth on Voxer, and one of the quotes she told me was, "I've got so many parties and orders, I'm overwhelmed." I was like, well, girl, you need to share. We all want to get in on that too. So let's see really quickly before I forget. Yes, highlighters, Marianne, congrats to you, and to Liza. And there's Susan congratulating you, and Lucy. Okay, fantastic. Without further ado, go ahead, girl. I'm so excited. Marcy's on again. Take it away. It's all for you.
Sorry. I didn't want to react. I was reacting to the Mountain Dew comment, so I muted myself. But I'm super excited to be back with you guys. I am loving and obsessed with these Facebook parties. They have completely changed my business. So I'm going to do a really quick high level of what I'm doing. I'm going to try and stay on time here. And then if we have time, you guys can ask questions if that works for Taina. So basically what led me to do this, we had our kind of January jumpstart, and my business was thankfully still going because I have a great customer base. But pandemic and irregular childcare and all that stuff had really slowed down anything proactive I was doing. And our unit has a really big goal this year. And I felt like I was in this weird spot where like doing Princess Court of Sales would have been like nothing, but doing the next thing, the Queen's Court of Sales, was like so much further than I had ever done in 6 months. And, but I knew that was kind of like what I needed to do to challenge myself and help our unit meet its goal. And so I decided that was going to be my goal and I need to figure out something to do. I had learned about these Facebook or Zoom birthday parties. So I kind of had started setting those up. And then I learned about these Facebook parties and I knew I could tweak it and just kind of go with the bookings I already had and turn them into Facebook parties. So I definitely, I encourage you to do the same thing I did, which is just book the party and then figure it out. The good news is you have a lot less to figure out than I did because I am totally type A and wrote down a whole big document of directions and scripts and everything. And Taina has it and can share it with you when you decide to do this. But I basically kind of heard about this director, Jen Bessaker, who is doing these Facebook Lives and just having amazing success. And so I kind of like, it was a lot of different information coming from different people. It was all like Jen was the origin, but I was kind of picking it up for everywhere. I just jumped in. My first Facebook party was definitely a steep learning curve. I definitely, it was not perfect, but still I had almost $400 in sales from that party and it's kept going from there. So I got my information from a lot of different people. And then there was a video by this director, Jen Bessaker, that really helped tie it all together for me. And that's where the majority of my notes that Taina has came from that you can totally share and make your own. So she started doing these virtual Facebook parties. She had a hostess and like the components were kind of three main things. She did them live on Facebook. So she was the only one on camera. Sometimes she would bring on a hostess if they wanted to be on. One time, I think she had a party that everybody wanted to be on Zoom. So she just pivoted and she went with it. But mostly it's just me on Facebook Live. And I think everybody really likes that because there's a little zoomed out after a year of living on a computer. And she gives a hostess a gift right off the bat. She gives a hostess a percentage of the sales. And then she gives a hostess a gift for if people book from their party. Okay. So that's the kind of like high level. So I'll just tell you my stats and then I'll go into a little bit more of the details of the party. So I have, since I began this in early February, I've been like ramping up. Now I have 3 parties a week, every week until like mid-June. Like I'm booked solid. I've done 18 parties. I have 10 more on my books. I do an average of 3 a week, like I said. I think, well, there's one day in May that's not booked, but I will be booking it either today, tonight, tomorrow, or Wednesday. Yeah, it's insane. And my average party is about $450 in sales. I did have a party that was $20 in sales. That wasn't great, but it happens. It happens when you're going to somebody's house and it happens virtually. And then my highest party was $1,032 in sales. So $400, $450 is just the range. Yeah, that I think that's maybe my first or second. Actually, it's my first. I helped a hostess with a new consultant with a debut have $1,000 party, but it's my
That's fantastic.
personal first $1,000 party. So it was super awesome. Where was I? There's a ton of people that it doesn't really matter how many people are in the Facebook group. I'll get to that more in a little bit, but it matters how many I found that it matters how many samples you send out. There are some people who choose to do this QVC style. You can certainly do that. If you don't have enough samples, just jump in and get it started. People have been shopping on QVC for decades, so it's not like the system doesn't work. But obviously Mary Kay has found over the years that trying before you buy is an excellent selling strategy. So just keep that in mind. I've had 12 parties just come from one single hostess because Taina knows I track. And I've got 7 more from that line, so to speak.
Wait a minute, say that again. What was that? 12 what?
So one hostess has been the genesis of 12 other parties that I've had so far, because bookings from bookings, right? That's the ones I've had. And then I have 7 more still on that line, that like family tree, so to speak, on my books. And it's keeping going. And the beautiful part about this, you guys, is you can go to hostesses that have already been a hostess for you, and they can do this party, and they can bring so many more people to the table than when you were doing something around their kitchen table. Because like my first hostess, the one that 12 parties I've already had and 7 more on the books, she lives in El Paso.
So cool.
I have a ton. I think the whole city of El Paso is my customer right now. Like, or I have so many El Paso people.
Yeah.
They have branched into Arizona. I've had a couple people from California and Oregon and New Mexico, Idaho now. Like, that's all from one person. Another hostess that I booked kind of later, she didn't have a party until March. I've had 3 parties kind of from her like family tree, and I have 3 more on the books from that family tree. So it doesn't take a lot to get started. It just, 1 or 2 parties on your books can really, really grow your business. And I have 1 team member from this as well. And honestly, I didn't even really do anything. She was like, before the party, she was like, I've been adding things to my cart, and it's getting really expensive. So talk to me about being a consultant. So
yes.
So
Not
that
a
was
problem.
And I have 1 more potential consultant out in, I don't even remember, Arizona, California, El Paso, somewhere. Okay. So here's what I do. I'm going to try to be fast. I know, you got a time limit here.
No, go. Take your time. They want to hear you. With those stats, girl, go.
Okay, so here's kind of what happens. And I'm sure you're feeling like I did the first time I heard this, like, wait, what do you do? Okay, so the key thing is to book a hostess. You're going to tell them they get a gift just for booking the party, just for helping you figure this out. You're piloting a new program, just for booking the party. Even if nobody shows up, they're going to get a gift from you. What I personally do is I give them a gift in the $20 to $25 range. I am giving them all not discontinued, but like no longer in our catalog product, but it's still good. I'm not going to give them something from like 5 years ago that the perfume lotion is turned or something. So like I have a ton of those lip balm and hand cream duos from the holidays. The masking pod set is on the pink sale for $18.75. I've been doing that. I had a bunch of the rose gold eye brush sets from a while ago. You can do that, or you can just do like a combination of things that's on your shelf that you think they'd like, that's in the price range that makes sense for you. So once I run out of all this stuff that's no longer in the catalog, I'm totally going to be doing the Whip Shea white tea and citrus cream, because it's $11 and I actually bought it at a discount when they had that bundle. And so it totally makes sense for my economics. You can do whatever you want. And it's free, and they haven't had a party yet. So it doesn't have to be $20 to $25. Okay, so I give them a gift. Then the other hostess perks is they get 10% of the sales. This is a little different than the video I watched from Jen, which Taina can also share with you. She does 20%, but again, I track. The math doesn't make sense to me to do 20%, to be honest, and I haven't had a single hostess complain about not getting enough free stuff. So I do 10% of the profits go to her. And then for every party that one of her guest books, I give her $25 in hostess credit. So that's really where the money is, right? Because I want this train to keep moving. So that's the hostess program. Once they say yes, their hostess gift goes in the mail or it's delivered to them right away. And I set up a Facebook group that's private just for her and I at the beginning. And usually I do it about, particularly if they're out of state, 2 to 3 weeks before the party date is scheduled. If the party date is next week and everybody's in state, you're totally fine. Like don't let that stop you. If she wants to book for next or this Saturday, go for it. Like just do QVC style and get your learning kinks worked out. Okay. But just jump in there. Don't dip your toe in, just jump in. So I set up a Facebook group. I have themes. I personally do my parties only Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So I do Me Time Monday, I do Treat Yourself Tuesday, and I do Wind Down Wednesday. And it's like everybody has the same banner. I just change out the names. I have like a script for like what to say in the description. I have a script for the first post. Everyone who joins that group, the hostess adds her friends. And as soon as she adds their friends, I start welcoming them with a private Facebook message, but the voice version. Like, I don't know if you can, I don't think you can do it from a desktop, but you can do it from a phone. So like if you go in there, you know how it has this button right here, the little microphone, you can do a voice message that way, and people are curious, so they listen. And I send a friend request to everybody. And that, like, again, triggers something where they are excited to see what I'm talking about. I ask them their skin type, I ask them their address, and I get a packet in the mail. What's in their packet is, let me show you, sorry. So they get a sheet. That's just the directions for how to use all the samples I'm sending. I'm sending the Miracle Set, Moisture Renewing Gel Mask, and the Charcoal Mask. On the back is this, I'll explain it in a second. That's inside of a lookbook. I found the lookbook pretty key. And then those samples, that's it. That goes in the mail or it gets delivered. I try to deliver as many as I can because that saves me some money. And then nothing really happens until a week before the party. And then I have scheduled posts where 1 to sometimes 3 times a day, there's something from me. So they're getting a touch point. They're getting reminded that this party is happening. They're getting engaged. And sometimes it's things about product. And sometimes it's just like, okay, if any food, one food that you could choose could be calorie free for the rest of your life, like what would you choose? Honestly, those things are the ones that get the most traction. And so it's fantastic because my clients or my future clients are getting engaged. They're excited. They're talking to each other and they're getting excited about the party because they realize I'm a fun person. All right. So that's all that happens before the party. Then during the party, I go live in the group. I don't do a Zoom. I don't do an event on the Facebook page. I just go live straight into the group. So it's super easy for those who aren't tech savvy to find. They don't have to go on, obviously, so they can have chaos in the background or be naked. I don't know. Looking at it from down here and have 3 chins. Doesn't matter. I literally wash... I don't care. I'm not seeing them. I love this method though, guys, because I have done Zoom parties and it is faster than an in-person party, but Zoom parties I find challenging because everybody's talking over each other and I feel like I'm a kindergarten teacher who's like, hello, okay, can we get back to the point? So Facebook parties are awesome because I can just go and I don't have to wait for anybody. Okay, so I go on live and I wash my face. Some people I know who are doing the same model choose not to wash their face. They just have a bowl of water and they like wash their hand. I've gotten really, really great feedback from my new customers on the method I'm doing. So I'm like, it's not broke. I'm not going to fix it. And it's honestly making me take better care of my skin than I did before. So it's great all around. So I go on, I use the Miracle Set, I use the multi-masking, I show them the brush, I talk about a few of my favorite products at the end. But while I'm waiting for the mask to dry, I personally chose to talk about the 6 skincare lines and how they complement each other and how people have different skin types and different skin goals and different skin needs and different budgets for their skincare, and how we have so many options that they blend together really well. I've sold more botanical effects and men's skincare lines and repair lines than I ever have. Like, I'm super stoked that I'm getting people on a wide variety of products. People are buying for their husbands more than they ever have before. It's fantastic. Their kids, it's great. And so then and I have a little timer, so I know like how long my 15, 20 minutes is for my face. And if I have time, I'll talk about other products. It can be your favorite products. It can be things that you want to move off your shelf. Like maybe you have a ton of satin handset. Talk about that. Maybe you stocked up on the bundle with the hydrogel eye patches and you want to move those. Like talk about those. Like maybe you have a ton of graffiti travel roll-up bags. Talk about the travel roll-up bag. Whatever you want to talk about, you can fill that time with to move that product, and it's been fantastic. And I have definitely noticed that what I talk about, people buy. So that's during the party, and then after the party, let me talk about. So I talk about my favorite products, and then I wrap up, and I do a group close in the live Facebook party. And so what I do is I incentivize them with this sheet. Taina, I don't think I sent this to you, but I will happily do that. But it has a tic-tac-toe grid, and on here it says, write down 9 things you would like for free. So this is their wish list, right? We're all familiar with these basic bullet points. So they can fill this out as soon as they get their catalog. And that's, I think, why it's so important to send the catalog, because the things that I see on here, I would say 2/3 of them are the things I've talked about, but sometimes it's something super random. It's like extra emollient night cream, or like red stiletto lipstick, or, like this, I don't know. There's stuff in here that like I don't talk about. So they've clearly been looking through the catalog and shopping. And you can't get that same, in a pinch, you can send them the virtual catalog and you can kind of flip the page and get close to that. And I have had to do that, and it's fine. But I think it's really important to have something tangible for most people. So anyway, so there's that. Then there's like down here is 1, 2, 3. And so I ask them 3 questions. I say, I'm going to give you the answers. It's going to be super easy. Answers to options to number 1 are yes or no. And it's, did you have fun? And then I talk a little bit about like how I had fun. Question number 2 is free or me. And I really go into depth on that one. So if they write me, that means they want me, Marcy, as their consultant. And I tell them all the perks of being my consultant. It's all the same perks as being Taina's consultant and Marianne's consultant. Like, I mean, maybe you have a little like special VIP Facebook group that's a little different from each other, but like we all have 100% satisfaction guarantee. We all get our products out right away. We all get our customers the catalog with free samples in it 4 to 5 times a year. We all let our customers try before we buy. If we don't have a sample, we can make it, except for the Naturally line. Like I go into details about that. And then at the end of that, I say, now, if you already have a consultant, that's amazing. I never want to step on anybody's toes. You can purchase from me to support Taina's party. But after that, I want you to go back to your consultant for any reorders or any other products you decide you need later. And so that like covers us there to Be Go Give. And then I talk about free. And then I say, free is you get everything with me, but you also get free stuff like Taina's earning tonight. And then I go in and I talk about the hostess program, and I hold up the different things that I'm offering as my hostess gift. And kind of the nice thing about having more than one option is I can say, if you don't like scents, I'm not going to send you something that you don't like. If you don't wear makeup, I'm not going to send you a brush set. I'm going to make sure you love your hostess gift. I'm also giving them the gray headbands. Like, honestly, I've had people book parties just for the headbands. You never know what's going to move people. So like, and they get the headband from me. That's their gift. And then I talk about, they get a percentage of the sales. I don't think anyone's ever asked what percentage they get. They just trust me, which is awesome. Like, cause I totally would be asking like, but most people, I guess, are not like me. And then I tell them about the $25. And I say, and if you book tonight, not only are you going to get $25 when your friends book at your party, but you're going to help Taina tonight. And isn't that going to be so awesome to bless her with that extra hostess credit? And I'm like really laying it on thick. But that's it. And then I say, okay, everyone who sends me this in the next half hour, I'm going to tell you immediately 2 gifts that you get to choose between. It can be whatever you want, whatever budget you want. Like I have a bunch of the discontinued pre-Chroma Fusion eyeshadows. So I just tell them, do they want a color or a neutral eyeshadow? And then I don't let them pick a color. They just get a category. I do that, or they get one of the Mary Kay cloth face masks, because every time I order a miracle set, I get 5 more of those things. Like, so it's something that's cheap and I already have on hand. I am frugal, as Tina will confirm, and I like to maximize my profits. So yeah, so that's kind of the super high level, really quick info. I am happy to talk about more. I will say a couple things that I have learned. So hold on. So like these are my packets, right? There's a lookbook in here, the samples, that sheet. I will say that this is an investment. I know a lot of people in my mom's unit and Kiana McKinney's unit, who's my mom's offspring, and some other units who have tried to skimp on this. They don't have the same results. So just, you don't have to do that, but just keep that in mind. And I have been tracking because this costs me, at least to mail to El Paso in Arizona, where all my parties are right now, it costs me $3.22 using Pirate Ship. So, and that's a discounted mail service. It's super easy. I highly recommend it. If you're still going to the post office, like, get Pirate Ship, especially if you're going to do something like this. So it is an investment. You know, you still have to pay for the samples and the lookbook too. But I have been tracking, and I have sold almost $8,000 now from these parties since, I think, February 6th was my first party. And obviously I had like, I think maybe 4 parties in February, whereas like last month I had, what is 3 times 4? I can't remember.
12.
12 parties. So I'm exhausted. So I have been taking, you know, I'm not making 50% profit because I'm paying for these samples, but I have already seen 3 big things happen. One, the energy from these parties is re-energizing my client Facebook group with my existing customers, because my goal is to move everyone from that private group, from Taina, my hostess, into my customer group. And I have a script for how to do that in the document I share with Taina. And so they have been commenting and having energy in that group. So my sales with other people are going up because my new people are commenting on all the stuff that I'm posting over there. And so it's getting more traction with the algorithm. I'm also selling more skincare sets than I have in a very long time. And I don't have to leave my home. Like, especially if you're in the Chicago area, like, traffic is always a crapshoot. 3rd floor walk-ups are super common. I hated like dragging my stuff like up 3 flights of stairs. You don't have to wait for anybody to be on time, or if they're late or somebody's talking, or like they get too distracted with the snacks afterwards and you're trying to close everybody. It is all on my time. Like, I know that I'm an introvert, so like like I'm happy to talk to people, but like in-person parties were draining for me. These are so energizing. And so it's on my timeline. And on top of that, I have already seen like people who were on a party last month. I have at least 3 people who've already ordered almost $200 since their initial order last month. So I'm not tracking that stuff because that would just make my brain melt at this point. Like, so like, I'm not tracking those numbers, but I know if we're providing good customer service, the reorders will happen. I will expand them into other products beyond skincare. And it's totally worth it for me to spend, you know, $5 between supplies and shipping to get a customer who's spending $300 within 6 weeks. Like,
Absolutely. That's the difference between investment. That's why it's an investment. You make on your investments, right?
Yeah.
That's why you invest.
And I want to be upfront because like when I saw that number, I was like, okay, it's $4.98 to send that sample packet. And that's honestly why I started tracking everything, because I was like, I want to know that it's worth it, because if I'm not making money, it's not worth it. So I trust me, it's worth it. It's an investment up front, but it is worth it. And just like any party, like that $20 party was a super bummer, but I kind of had a feeling like within the first week, I was like, it's not the quality of people that are going to be buying a repair set or a miracle set.
But I bet that the remaining $7,980 from that $20 party probably have made up for it.
It has made up for it. I'm
Ladies,
clearly still in the black.
please post your questions. I know that Susan has one. Oh my God, Marcy, my head is spinning. And we're talking, I have stuff to reference because like I'm so visual. Don't worry, everyone. Don't worry.
This is
yes, girl. Look at those
this
tickets.
This is like Wednesday to Sunday. Actually, this is not even all of it. This is Wednesday to Sunday. Like I've already put in $1,000 order for this month.
For May?
For May.
Yes, you have. Did everybody hear that? Okay.
It's stuff I've sold because
that's not right.
It is I have even like I had some rebalancing of my inventory to do. I will be honest. So I am being very very strict with myself to not order what I don't need. And that's been fluctuating a little bit with these like out of stock situations. Like I've definitely been like realizing I need to have a little bit more on my shelf than I used to. But like this is stuff that I've sold with the exception of maybe 200 or 300 of the new products. Like it's all stuff I've sold.
Do y'all see? That's why. Because when you get a Voxer from Marcy, who I know, how many? I guess 11 years now, probably going on 11 years that I've known Marcy. If not, definitely 10. But she is all about the numbers. When I got her Vox message and she was like, I'm trying to figure out, I think it started with, I'm trying to figure out if I should do this or that with my parties because I just have so many. And I was like, oh, girl, do share. What do you mean you have so many? Oh, my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed because I have so many parties. Oh, well, then absolutely. If like people can say they have so many parties and then there's people and I love my Mary Kay Pink Bubble, but then there's people that work their business with integrity. And when they say, like Marcy said, I am so overwhelmed. I was like, then I need you to share with my unit because Susan had a question. Can you go through how to close them individually?
Yeah. So basically, so I give them that incentive, right, to send me their tic-tac-toe sheet within the half an hour. That was another adjustment for me because I was very used to closing in person and just having an answer that night. You are not going to have an answer that night for what your sales, what your bookings, what your recruiting career talks is. But this it pushes more people to start the conversation. I have found the perfect sweet spot for like a party that I have on a Wednesday, I close on a Saturday at midnight. So I give it 3 full days after the party happens because I can follow up three times, but once a day. And that individual close, like if they send me a picture of this sheet, they have my cell number, they have my PM because they're all on Facebook watching me. If they send me a picture of that sheet, the first thing I do is ask them, do you want an eyeshadow or a face mask? Again, it's whatever you decide you want to offer them. But, and they answer. And then if they wrote free, while I'm waiting for them to answer about the gift for sending the picture, I'm already posting in the group, like, shout out to Taina for booking a party. She's bumped up Marcy's hostess credit to the next level. Like, so I'm locking her in. Like, her friend knows if she backs out, she knows. So then she answers me about her gift, and then I say, I'm so excited that we get to party together. Would Mondays, Tuesdays, or Wednesdays be better? Like, same format as if you're face-to-face, right? You don't say, when do you want to do your party? No. You give them like a funnel to go down. Yep. So we pick a date. We pick a time. I've had to do a lot of mental math with the time zone differences. Arizona will screw you over, so make sure you Google what time it is in Arizona. I've had that happen already. And so then we booked that party if she said free. And then I go into, it's weird for me because it's not direct and I'm a direct person. But like once we do that, then I look and see if they said, oh, I didn't say what the third thing was in my little thing. The third is, will you be willing to watch a video for a $10 gift card?
Okay.
So it's
So
a career talk.
sharing.
It's a career talk. Yeah. So you can phrase that however you do your career talks, but I do a $10 gift card for a 10-minute video. Obviously they have to have the conversation with me afterwards. So, and so if they booked, we do that. And then I go straight to number 3. So it's a little bit out of order from like what I would do at a live party. Normally I would close the sale, then book the party, then do the career talk, right? Now I'm kind of booking the party and the career talk, and then the sale happens over the next 3 days. So I book this if they said yes. If they said maybe, I kind of, what other information do you need? And then I say, if it's that night and we're engaging, then I'll say, hey, let me know if you have any questions. How does your face feel? That kind of stuff. I don't really push to close the sale that night unless they're asking questions or if they're talking about my website. I obviously post that in the group as soon as we're done so people can find it. But then the next day, there's just some touch point. So for me, it's usually if somebody wasn't on the live, I'll say, hey, did you get a chance to watch it? How does your face feel? Prompting me to know where they are in the process. And then if they did watch it, be like, did you get a chance to use the day cream? How does your face feel this morning? Like, because there's extra samples. They're going to get to use that Miracle Set at least one more time. The masks are probably gone, but they're going to get to use more samples. And then the third day is just just a reminder, if you haven't sent me this sheet, I'll still honor the gift because I want to see who wants to book a party and who wants to have a career talk. And then I'll say, Taina's party closes at midnight, and I give them a link to my website. And then I also follow up that morning with the hostess and say, here's who I have orders from, here's who's booked a party, this is what your hostess credit is so far. Reach out to people who haven't ordered, and sometimes if it's a big group, I'll give her a list so she doesn't have to do that work for her, like by herself. And I'll say, here's a script, and I write it out so she just has to copy and paste it. And I prompt her to text people or private message people. Don't just do a post in the group. Be like, hey, Marcy's waiting for your order. Like, that's not going to move the needle. Like I prompt them to text people. So they're my partner. At the beginning, I was like, it's super easy. I do all the work. It is super easy. I do most of the work, but I don't say that anymore because I need their partnership along the way. Like I need them a couple days after the party starts or group opens, people are joining. And I want her to reach out to the people who haven't talked to me yet and be like, hey, send Marcy your info. A week before the party, I want her to send a reminder to all the people who haven't accepted into the group yet. So like she needs to do stuff. It's going to take her a total of 15 minutes over the whole party planning process. But I'm not going to tell her she doesn't have to do anything because that's not true. So,
well, and you're also basically giving her a heads up if she's interested in doing this for supplemental income. I mean, you're doing the training already for a new consultant. You know what I mean? Like you're already giving them an idea of what it would be like in COVID world, because things I think will continue to slowly open up. I'm not saying that I'm not going to still use virtual. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not going to not hold in person, but I'm also not saying that I'm not going to use virtual. Like there are some things that are going to stay. So you have all your gamut. You have a spectrum of what you can offer. If anyone else has any questions, please post it in the comments. There's a little bit of a lag. There's like 5-6 second lag from when we say stuff. So if anyone has any, I have all of the materials Marcy was talking about too. Marcy, I can't stand how excited I am.
Yeah.
I'm just really tired, or I would be, and I've already like seen the stuff that you're talking about.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
So I've processed it. If I did not, I would be like, oh my God, what is this? And it wasn't the end of a Monday at work too.
No,
But
I know. It's okay.
totally. I mean, y'all number one, can y'all just give her some love is number one. And number two, Marcy, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm excited. Now that we tugged Marcy's ear, I know she's going to want to know results too, because she is a tracker. So best compliment you can give someone is not only like, thank you for your time. That was amazing. I put it into effect within, everyone used to say 72. I think it's even less amount of time once you learn something to really think about it and then run with it, knowing that imperfect progress is so much better than perfect procrastination. So let me
give you all inspiration. Like my first Facebook party, I just like, one of those things you're just like, it's cringeworthy later on. Like there were 53 people in this group. And I hadn't worked out the kinks yet. If I had been on it like I am now for that first party, holy smokes, my business would be even more insane. So there was 53 people in that group. The video cut out 3 times. So the live was in 3 parts. One of the times the video cut out, it was because my phone overheated and it just shut down. So I literally was running from my bathroom to the freezer to throw my phone in the freezer to cool it down.
Stop it.
Turn on again. And I still booked 2 parties from that party. And it was like it was almost $400 in sales. So if I
did y'all hear that? I'm going to wait to see if people actually heard that. And yes, it is embedded at minute 51.20 of this video. I want to know that people heard that, because the minute I hear anyone say, y'all, her phone almost set on fire and she's put it in the freezer and still booked 2 parts. Yeah, I can't. I'm done.
It was ridiculous. But what I did, because I was like, who's going to want to book a party? I asked the hostess, I was like, and this is something now I do at every party. I'm like, who do you think would be good at hosting a party? Because I was like, nobody sent me their sheet. Who would have sent it? That was a hot mess. So and it was truly because I was like, all right, I'm doing this. I got to just start. Cause
you do. Everyone has heard me say more than once. One thing I've learned from the pandemic, well, I've learned a lot, but it is we don't have time. We don't have time to try and perfect things. We don't live in a perfect world. The pandemic has reminded us that we are all navigating through this and figuring it out. So continue to figure it out. But how about you book parties and make money as you figure it out? I think, I don't know, you have about $8,000 since February. The last question I was going to ask you about, how many new customers do you think that you've added since starting? And you can tell me later, but that's one thing that went in my head. As you were going through the stats, and you even mentioned you were bringing them into your VIP or your already existing Facebook group, you have to have had new ones from these sales, especially if so many are on skincare. That's awesome.
I would say at least probably 90 to 100 new customers.
Okay. I don't know why this better not have any comments right now, because there's a lag. Because she just said 90 to 100 new customers. You said February, March, April, in 3 months. Did y'all? No. Does anybody else want about 30 new customers a month? Anyone? Yeah, I do too. So all of you heard it. Thank you, Marcy, very much.
Yeah.
So much.
Let me just say one other thing too, inspire you. Cause I was at I don't know, 18,000 retail for Queens Court in February. And so doing 12,000 no, what is that? 22,000 over 4 months was like made me want to throw up. And I broke it down. Like I didn't break it down until the beginning of April. Really, I was just like, I just got to keep going. I'll look at the number later. And I had to do something like 78 something retail last month. If I divided April, May, and June by 3, I had to do 7,800 retail, and I did max out that 55% discount thing. So that was probably about, I don't know, what was that, 900 wholesale or something if you did that. But I met it. Like I actually surpassed it by like $100 wholesale. And so like that.
Wait, you said 7,800 wholesale?
Retail.
So
Retail.
3,000.
37. I don't know. I can't do math anymore.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, it was like nausea. I've never done that much wholesale in a month. Like I think my highest wholesale month has been 1,300.
Marcy.
And that was like many Junes ago. And I put in $1,000 order today, but I realized I've also done CDS orders this month. So I'm at 1,300 on May, whatever, 10th.
Yes.
So like
Marcy.
it's completely changed the pace of my business. And I'm definitely in push aggressive mode, right? Because it's May and June, it's the end of our fiscal year. But I'm going to probably dial it back for July and August. But like if I did one party a week, I think I could do Queen's Court of sales just from doing one party a week.
Oh my God, Marcy. And the other thing that came to my head when you said that too was we're ramping up again the power booking challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So like just imagine you're putting in all of these new customers into your power booking contact sheet. Just in 3 months. But this is what I need everyone to be clear about, and this is why I'm trying to anchor all of us in the power booking again. This isn't a gym, basically our Mary Kay business right now, it's like the gym membership everybody has heard about. You're signed up, everyone is a consultant, but it only works if you work it. Marcy doesn't play. Marcy is sick with consistency. Like she is so consistent. So she said it though. She's in very hyper focused mode, but that doesn't matter. She was able to do that in 3 months. She's already counting when she's going to dial it back because our Mary Kay is amazing for the different seasons in our life. But right now, this is when she's ramping it up. Why not ramp it up at the end of the seminar year? Why not then? I didn't hear her say, I heard her say dial back though. I didn't hear you say you were going to be like, oh, I'm going to take a break. And then that's what I think is the worst, is that we don't still at least touch our business in some atmosphere. We're just like, oh my God, that was so hard. I'm done. And then it's all that effort to start it up again. It's that.
I don't even think you can do that with this model. Like, honestly, like I book an average, you're going to laugh. I book an average of 1.3 parties from each party.
Yes, you did.
I did the math.
Yes,
so like
yes,
some are 1, some are 3, but like, I don't think I've had one party I didn't book anything from.
Amazing, Marcy.
So I'm honestly struggling with how I will reel it back without there's just no way I'm going to be able to be like, phew, I'm done. Like, because people are going to want to keep booking and I'm going to space them out a little bit more, but there's just no, like, if you are following up, which we all know how to do, like you can keep it going. And honestly, by early March, like, I don't want people to think like, oh, I don't have enough time. Like Marcy took 3 months to wrap it up. Like by early March, I was booked solid, like for the next 2 weeks. Like right now I'm a month ahead, but like by March, I was 2 weeks ahead. So I was always booking people and like, I had enough time to get shipping and all that stuff done, but I was never like, so I was booked solid for March.
Awesome.
Was starting in February, and February was still like what? I was like 4 or 5 parties. So it was definitely it's definitely doable for you guys to have an impact before the end of the year. Like,
oof,
so.
oof, wait, that's the money maker right there. Say that one more time so the people, nice and loud, so the people in the back can hear you, Marcy.
The tenacious troop can rock this out this month and next month. You don't need a long runway. You don't.
I love it. I love it. And I love you. And thank you, Marcy, so much.
Yeah,
So much.
yeah.
Everyone is giving you love. Thank you to Marcy. Thank you. And I'm sure that they will continue to share and dig in. Ladies, everyone take a deep breath. My C's out there. I promise I will post the information she gave before I go to bed tonight. I promise you. But
Yeah.
Marcy, thank you so much. Really appreciate you.
Yeah.
I hope everyone does something with this. Everyone that's like, I love it. I love it. Well, everyone, I love you too. But I love when you do something with what you get excited about. So let's go. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks so much for staying on. Thank you, Marcy. Kisses to your gorgeous girls. Oops. And say hi to Scott for me. And everyone, let's go. Let's go. God bless everyone.
There you are. Bye.